The federal crackdown on illegal immigration is starting to affect the Texas agriculture industry. Some farmers say their workers are too scared to show up for work.
Somewhere deep in the American countryside, fields are burning. But it's not wildfires. Not drought. This time, it's the farmers themselves. Striking the match. Burning what's left of their dreams. And walking away. In just 1 year, over 50,000 farms have disappeared. Tariffs. Labor shortages. Vanished subsidies. Skyrocketing costs. Meanwhile, to the north, Canada, quiet, cold, and consistent, is thriving. Government aid is flowing. Land values are rising. Export deals are booming. What changed? Why are American farmers walking off the land their families worked for generations, while Canada opens its doors to the future of farming? Let's look at 5 U.S. states where farming is in free fall. Brown Circle, Texas. Summer, 2025. Wheat fields across Texas are on fire. Lit by the very people who planted them. Why? No buyers. No harvesters. No water. No hope. Over 11,000 Texas farms have shut down in under a year. The state, once known as America's AG powerhouse, is buckling under pressure. Exploding fuel and fertilizer costs. Labor wiped out by harsh immigration crackdowns. 40% of the workforce vanished overnight. Even legal visa programs like H-2A now cost $20,000 per worker per season. Too expensive to continue. Farmers gave up, and their land? It didn't go to neighbors. It went to Canadian investment firms, turning fields into warehouses and distribution hubs. And as droughts worsen near the Mexico border, the Rio Grande is running dry. Mexico? They've turned to Canadian wheat. Not Texas. Brown Circle, Nebraska. Once a global wheat stronghold. Now, silence. Fields sit idle. Harvesters are still. Grain prices sit at $5 a bushel. Below break-even. Europe, after the NATO summit, decided U.S. grain was a geopolitical risk. They switched to Canada, a country with stability. Then came the tar spot fungus, crushing corn and soy yields. Banks stopped lending. Export contracts dried up. Canada? They stepped in. This year alone, they've exported 6.6 million more tons of wheat. Vancouver's port expanded. Railways now prioritize grain. Cooperatives receive government support. Back in Nebraska? Rural schools are closing. Clinics are shutting down. Young people are moving away. Brown Circle, Arizona. From Yuma to Maricopa, Arizona was once a booming farming state, powered by immigrant labor. Now it ranks number 1 for agricultural abandonment. Why? ICE raids across the state. Legal workers fleeing in fear. Strict water restrictions banning new wells. Avian flu culling millions of birds with no aid. Warehouses sit empty. Produce rots in the fields. Markets close. The workers who once came here for opportunity? They're applying to Canada's agri-food pilot instead. Even American farmers are looking north. Because in Canada, they get workforce support, healthcare, and a reason to believe again. Brown Circle, California, Central Valley. America's fruit basket is no longer ripe. Electricity to pump water is up 150%. Groundwater use is now heavily restricted. Environmental regulations are choking production. By mid-2025, 45% of medium-sized fruit farms were below break-even. Many turned to agritourism just to survive. But that doesn't pay the bills. And in stores? You'll find kiwis from Chile. Apples from New Zealand. Cheaper than California's own. Meanwhile, British Columbia and Saskatchewan are growing peaches, cherries, apples, and exporting them to the U.S. This isn't just market shift. It's generational collapse. Farm kids aren't staying on the land. They're heading into tech, trucking, or retail. Brown Circle, Iowa. If American farming has a heart, Iowa is it. But even the heart is slowing down. Once the top corn exporter, Iowa has lost 7,800 farms in 18 months. Why? Constant rain, tar spot outbreaks, banks cutting credit, fertilizer prices through the roof, commodity giants driving prices down even after the government stepped in with credit programs. It was too late. The tractors were sold. The land was mortgaged. The spirit broken. 85% of Iowa's farms are family-run. So when they collapse, it's not just income lost. It's identity. It's culture. Co-ops are launching mental health support. Regenerative farming is being discussed. But at the diners in rural Iowa? The empty chairs say it all. Farmers have left. Some to cities. Some to Canada. Red Square closing, emotional but firm tone. 50,000 American farmers have walked away. That may sound like a statistic. But behind every number is a family. A name. A story. And as Canada grows, in crops, in confidence, in contracts, America's fields fall silent. The question now is simple. Who will feed America tomorrow? If no one stays to farm it today? Speak balloon if this issue matters to you, let your voice be heard. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Trade Tracker for more reports that uncover the truth behind the numbers.